Hello there.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights. We're here for a very exciting singles match as part of the Summer Series tournament. We have the number 6 seed, David Garcia, going up against the number 11 seed, Igor Kasic. So, story time. These guys are great. David's been playing fantastic. He's a former teams champion. He's challenged for the singles belt before. He's done very well in tournaments, as you may know, especially in teams. But this time he's playing in singles, and he's going up against Igor, who is just on a tear right now in both singles and teams, playing really, really fantastic. So Igor teaming up with David's former partner, Joe, this year. But a lot of fun, these guys. Like, I've enjoyed every match that they've played so far. David's doing the thing that I love, where he's all like, oh, I'm just playing for fun, and then plays like the best he's played ever before in his entire life. So it's a lot of fun to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, because I think David is, like I said, just here to have a good time. But I think Igor's this season is to prove himself. He really wants to make a splash, as they say. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into it, starting with the promos.
Boat, I appreciate you stepping in, especially since Tim said I was here to make a splash. So who better than to accompany me than the Boat himself? So thank you for being here.
I literally can't hear anything right now. The second Tim left, my audio cut out, but you know.
Oh no. Well, I mean, yeah, well, we're only going to get 30 seconds. So excited to play David. Played him last year in a tournament. He handed me my head on a silver platter. So now let's just hope maybe it's a little bit of a different result. But David's always scary. He's a champ. So you know what? Let's just get on with the match then.
Hi. Boys, I got bad news. David's off the wagon. He's on perfectly prescribed drugs. So we're in for a weird time. Cue the Sandy Planktons on Boatman's end. David, any thoughts?
As you said, I just took a drug because I have a stuffy nose and a lot of sneezing. I stuck a lot of ocean water on both my nostrils like 5 minutes ago to make sure I don't do anything gross. But I do apologize for any weird noises my mouth or nose will make during this match. I will do my best to mute myself for all of them, but some of them may slip during an answer or something. I don't know. I'm really excited to play Igor. He's a really nice guy. And yeah, let's have fun. I don't think I can eat anything today. So let's just take the horse, put it in a fridge, and eat it tomorrow.
So it reminded me a lot of the types of things that my daughter does, just fluids and nastiness. And all right, well, that's fun. All right, let's get into it, starting with round number 1. Here's how it's going to work. There are going to be 10 questions for 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you're going to be issued a bonus question to you, only to you. You get 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Gentlemen, any questions as we head into round number 1?
No.
Good luck, David.
Same.
All right, your first question comes in the category of American Spies. Your question is, who directed Jason Bourne? American Spies for the non-Americans to kick off the match.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with David.
Is it Doug Lyman?
And Igor.
Paul Greengrass.
Paul Greengrass. Oh, Doug Lyman directed the first one. So David's on that. But your next question is in the category of horror icons. Which Friday the 13th film features the leader of the counselors telling the story of Jason around a fire, only for his assistant to jump out and scare everyone? Spooky. Spooky stuff. Campfires are dangerous, kids. Don't play with fire. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is going to be the first repeat for David. Your question again. Which Friday the 13th film features the leader of the counselors telling the story of Jason around a fire, only for his assistant to jump out and scare everyone? I have a really bad habit of not marking down the repeats. It is a flaw, one of my few flaws. So I got it, but Nick's not here to bail me out. I gotta make sure I mark it down. Otherwise, David and Igor would have like 18 repeats this whole match.
So you're saying we should abuse that if we can.
5, 4, 3, no, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Igor.
It's one of two. Friday the 13th, part 3.
And David.
Part 6, Case of Leaves.
Both incorrect. We were looking for part 2.
That was the other one.
All right, your next question is in the category of Marvel. Who damages Havoc's chest piece to the point where he has to remove it during the final battle in X-Men First Class? Great movie. I remember seeing the 2 movies previous to this in the theater and thinking like, oh no, so I'm going to see First Class. It's going to be bad, just like the other ones. Like, and then I walked out and I was like, I've seen the Lord. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, let's go to you.
Angel.
And Igor.
Angel.
Angel is correct. So it is 2-1 in favor of Igor as we get into your next question. In the category of Disney animation. In Pinocchio, what specific part of Pinocchio's body catches on fire the first night that Geppetto discovers him alive?
Oh, fuck.
This drug's really kicking in.
Yeah.
I think we are a family friendly show here at Family Fights, at Fandom Fights. We do allow David to get absolutely fucking bonkers on the show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Igor.
Hand.
And David.
Finger.
Finger is the correct answer. So David ties it up 2-2 as we get into your next question in the category of Star Wars. Who leads a mutiny in The Last Jedi? Very simple question. Just a few words. If David missed this, he probably would never take drugs ever again, even though I think he needs them to live.
I do.
But what does he need more, the drugs or Star Wars?
Wolf, that is a tough question.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, we'll go to you.
Poe Dameron.
And Igor.
Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron is correct. 3-3. Your next question is covered in the category of Star Trek. Which 2 people are planning on stepping back from their position aboard the Enterprise at the beginning of Star Trek Beyond? Good movie. I remember going to see this and saw it in the theater opening night and left it and was like, holy shit, that was really good. And then went into a showing of Ice Age Collision Course. It was not very good. So I went and saw Star Trek Beyond again. And it was the much better choice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to Igor.
Kirk and Spock.
And David.
Kirk and Spock.
Kirk and Spock is correct. Gentlemen, your next question is in the category of creature features. Name 2 actors who have voiced Master Splinter in a Ninja Turtles movie. One of these movies was on at my parents' house today. I walked in for a little bit of a family event type situation, and my nephew was watching a Ninja Turtles film. One of the good ones, actually, though. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Igor. Let's go to David.
Tony Shalhoub and Seth Rogen?
Let's go to Igor.
Is it Tony Shalhoub and Mako?
We can accept Tony Shalhoub and Mako. That is correct. So the answers we would have taken were Kevin Clash, James Murray, Mako, Tony Shalhoub, or Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie
Still was.
Chan.
Igor takes the lead once again, 5-4. Your next question is coming in the category of epic adventures. What 2 words does Aragorn say before charging at the Black Gate of Mordor at the end of The Return of the King? Pretty good movie. Seen it a few times.
It may be like the one opinion that you and Jack share.
It's fair. That is fair. Very, very true. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and let's go to Igor.
For Frodo.
And David.
For Frodo.
Yeah, for Frodo. David had it a little bit better, but there. 6-5 as we get into your next question. This is the penultimate question in the category of Law and Order. Which Law and Order film features one of the officers using their truck to collapse an entire building located on a cliff? Cliffs are scary. I have an Uncle Cliff, and he's huge. It's a joke. I don't have an Uncle Cliff. I'm not as good at the jokes as Nick. Nick is a very underrated jokesman, I feel like. I feel like his humor goes not talked about enough. He's a very funny man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be the first repeat for Igor. Which Law and Order film features one of the officers using their truck to collapse an entire building located on a cliff? So I think Boatman died. He's not here.
That sucks.
Oh, well.
So he was here for 5 seconds, said one thing, couldn't hear anything, and now he's gone. What you gonna do? I'm welcome to talk about it more. Great, very funny guy. Lot of humorous things to say. 5, 4, when you would least expect it. 3, 2, 1. The pen's down. We're going to David.
Lethal Weapon 2?
And Igor.
That's right. Bad Boys for Life.
Lethal Weapon 2 is correct. So
Some thing popped in my screen. I'm going to close it if you don't mind.
okay, sounds good.
There we go.
Okay, and we are all tied up 6-6 as we get into your final question of the round in the category of mixed bag. Whoa. Okay, could be anything. The question is, which Guardian grows smaller after the children stop believing in them in Rise of the Guardians? I think probably like one of my favorite moments editing recently was when I was editing a match with Cameron Holtzman where he had to go to multiple choice on a Rise of the Guardians question. And I was like, what a fake fan. What a fake Rise of the Guardians fan. Wow. 5, 4. You got the question right. 2, 1. Pens down. Igor, we'll go to you.
It's the very Australian Easter Bunny.
And David.
Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny is correct. And with that, what's up?
Does that say Eastern
Easter.
with the little thing? Is that just a squiggle? I can't tell if that's an N or not.
I can't either. I'm
I'm
willing to let it go because
willing
of
to
the
let it go. It's
language
fine.
barrier. But
Yeah.
if you want to challenge, you're more than welcome to. Because Nick is here, so if you want to challenge,
I always hate these kind of challenges because I feel bad. But at the end of the day, it's a tournament match. I'll throw a challenge out there.
okay. We'll be right back after this challenge. All right, back from the challenge real quick. Yep, David wrote Eastern, not Easter. The character's name is just Bunny, but he is the Easter Bunny, so we would have accepted in the doc Easter Bunny or Bunny. So because he didn't have it correct, David doesn't get the point. Igor keeps his challenge, and it is 7-6. But that's the end of round number 1, and it's a 1-point game. And so both players have 2 repeats remaining. Both players still have their challenge. And we are going to move into round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to bring in the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they have to keep what they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Unless you check down to multiple choice, then it will be worth only 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. Any questions from the players?
Nope.
No.
Okay. The categories on the wheel are American Spies, Criminal Underworld, James Bond, Mixed Bag, Disney Animation, Creature Features, Marvel, and Epic Adventures. Igor, you are in the lead, and Boatman is back. Would you like to spin first or her?
Hello, Boat. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I have no idea what happened, and I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. The score is 7-6, and I'm thinking to spin first.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Let's shoot
All right.
Maybe
first. Tim.
psychologically, you can trick him into thinking you're Joe Farrelly, and then he'll go
Just
0.
psychologically.
It lands on Mixed Bag.
I'll spin again.
Yes. I don't know much about Phantom managing. I know we do that.
And it
Excellent.
lands on opponent's choice. So we'll bring in Mr. Martinez.
Igor, look
David,
out.
you pick the category. You get to pick the category for Igor.
So what are you thinking? Disney, mixed bag, what?
I like Disney for this.
Yeah, right. Probably the right choice. He missed it in
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a multiple choice or maybe even steal. So Disney.
Disney.
Okay. All
Sounds
right.
good.
So Igor, you will be getting your questions from Disney Animation. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, your first question. A man plays musical instruments upstairs while the main villain visits his house in which Disney animated film? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, 101 Dalmatians, B, The Black Cauldron, C, Treasure Planet, or D, The Rescuers. Five, 4.
101 Dalmatians.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your second question. Who voices arcade owner Mr. Litwack in the Wreck-It Ralph series?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Ed Asner, B, Bob Odenkirk, C, Ed O'Neill, or D, Craig T. Nelson.
Ed O'Neill.
That is correct for 1 point. You picked the right white guy. All right, your next question.
Named Ed.
Your next question. In Lady and the Tramp, what happens in Lady's house that leads her and the other dogs to believe she is going to be kicked out?
The Darlings have a baby.
I think we can accept that for 2 points. All right, your next question in the category of Disney animation is: in Frozen 2, creatures representing which element destroy the dam?
Earth.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question: what type of animals are the Disney animated characters Queenie, Maggie, Princess, and Grace? Five, four, three, two.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, mice, B, cats, C, cows, or D, dinosaurs.
That's right. Cows.
That is correct for 1 more point and the clean sweep of Disney animation. So Igor gets his total up to 14. So we will bring it back in Alex, and this is going to be the spin for David. And it lands on Jimmy James Bond.
Yeah, fuck that. Sorry. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
fuck
spin again.
Yeah.
All right, this is what you're going to be stuck with. And it lands on American Spies.
I don't know what's better.
All right, David. I'll be giving you your questions in American Spies. Are you ready?
Sure.
Your first question. Bourne crashes into a body of water with his car and leaves his ally dead in the car as it sinks. In which Jason Bourne film?
The Bourne Supremacy?
That is correct for 2 points. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave it out.
Alex just looking awkwardly as he's on screen.
All right, your next question. Who composed the score for Mission Impossible 2?
Oh,
5.
Hans Zimmer?
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. How does Jack Ryan kill the assassin that attacks him in the hotel in Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit?
Drowns him.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. What is the last name of the director of the CIA in Jason Bourne?
Yeah. Multiple choice.
All right, your options for the multiple choice are A, Smith, B, Landy, C, Dewey, or D, Jones.
Dewey?
That's correct for 1 point. And your final question in American Spies. In Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Ethan jumps a motorcycle off a cliff in order to get onto what type of transportation?
A train.
That is correct for 2 more points and the clean sweep of American Spies, bringing David's total into the lead, 15, Igor's 14. So it is still a 1 point game, but it is flipped now in David's favor as we head into round number 3. It's the betting round. Here's how it's going to work. There are going to be 5 questions in the betting round. I'm going to give you the category. You are going to decide whether you want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If you get the question right, you will gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or you have run out of questions. Any questions from the players?
Nope.
All right. The first category you can bet points on is Disney animation. Let's get bets, starting with David
2.
and Igor.
0.
Okay, your question in the category of Disney animation is: which Disney animated film features a voiced cast that includes Wallace Shawn, Don Knotts, Steve Zahn, and Patrick Stewart? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Igor, who bet 0.
Chicken Little.
And David.
Chicken Little.
Chicken Little is correct. So it is 17-14. David gains 2 points. Igor stays where he's at. So 3-point game. The next category you can bet points on is the MCU. Let's get bets, starting with Igor
2.
and David.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of the MCU. In The Marvels, what is Monica trying to touch the moment all 3 heroes trade places for the first time? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with David.
It's a black hole, a singularity in space.
And Igor.
Unfortunate. Haven't seen this one yet. A hand.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for a jump point. A jump
Oh.
point. So,
Can I bring Alex in?
sure.
Why you?
It's.
I mean, we still 3 points lead, but I don't know.
I think if we're gonna use it, we use it here. If you're confident enough in it, it's like the
like,
rift in between
Isn't
stuff.
that
I don't
like
know
a block?
what that.
Isn't that?
I don't know what. I don't know what that
singularity?
is. They
A
never
singularity
say.
is like a jump point. Is like a singularity in space or like a black hole kind of thing.
I say if you're gonna use it now.
Yeah, I don't think we are going to. Yeah, we are going to use that. Jump point is kind of like one of like this.
Okay, we'll be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back from the challenge. Unfortunately, we are not going to be giving David the points, so it is still 15-12. David still has a 3-point lead, 2 repeats remaining for both players, but David has lost his challenge. So we are going to move into the next question, which is coming from the category of Star Trek. Let's get bets, starting with David.
2.
And Igor.
2.
All right, your question in the category of Star Trek. Who is the only non-Klingon character killed by a Klingon in the original 6 Star Trek films? Or as Anna would say, Klingon. I don't remember how she said it, but she said it wrong, and it was funny. I'm hosting with Anna for the first time tonight. It's going to be very exciting. We're going to talk shit about Nick the whole time. Klingon. She said Klingon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to David.
David Marcus.
And Igor.
David answering questions about his namesakes. David Marcus.
David Marcus is correct. So we are back to 17-14. Still a 3-point game, 2 questions remaining. The next category you can bet points on is American Spies. Let's get bets, starting with Igor.
2.
And David.
0.
Okay, here's the sitch. If Igor hits this, we're moving on to the final question. If Igor misses this, David will win the match and move on to the next round of the tournament. So the question is, in the category of American Spies, in Mission Impossible 2, what object, along with a note, is given to Naya in a program at the horse track? Swinging. I might bring that up tonight. Unless Nick tells me not to. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Igor's second repeat. In Mission Impossible 2, what object, along with a note, is given to Naya in a program at the horse track? Never been to a horse track. Seems like only rich people and people addicted to that, what's that called? That stuff. Gambling. Jesus. Those people. They go there and they do that stuff. Or where, you know, Kubrick shoots incredible films. But I believe that one's a dog track, if I'm not mistaken. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
That is the final repeat for Igor. In Mission Impossible 2, what object, along with a note, is given to Naya in a program at the horse track?
I think this is it.
Ooh, it is a horse track. I was wrong. Good movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Igor. We're going to go to David.
An earpiece?
And Igor.
I was going to write cigarette case, but I didn't get that all the way out.
And your winner, David Garcia, earpiece, is correct. So David got it correct, but bet 0. So he stays at 17. So a final score of 17-12. And look, really, really impressive match. You know, I was hoping Eastern Bunny wasn't going to bite David in the ass. But at the same time, Igor played really great, and David played great the whole time. Both got categories in round 2 they clearly were not excited about and played really well through them and swept them. So that just kind of shows you that these guys are really good and getting better at categories that they don't feel strong about. But yeah, that final round really was a spooky back and forth. Igor bet 0 on Disney Animation and knew it. Jump Point was a bit of a crazy one. Yeah, no, I mean, this was nuts. So congrats to both players, but we're gonna go talk to them right now in the post-match interviews. Igor, great job in the match today. Really strong round 1. And like I said, you got Disney Animation. You didn't seem super excited about it, but you powered your way through it and hit a lot of questions, and for 2 points as well. It wasn't like you were checking the multiple every single question. So really great match for you overall, but just David was able to capitalize on betting a little bit more in round 3. How are you feeling about the match?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty good. I think best you can do with an opponent's choice. David knew what to give me, so yeah, I mean, it was the right choice, I'm sure. Yeah, would have done a little bit better in some other categories. Round 1 was fine. You always feel bad about the challenges where it's like a slight little typo, but at the end of the day, it's a competitive league, so you got to do what you can to get the points where you can, because I knew I needed it against David. I know his round 3s are usually very good, and yeah, that turned out to be the case today too. I didn't put up as many points as I would have liked in round 3. Should have bet on Disney, maybe just had more confidence in myself, but at the same time, American Spies I had confidence in, and I couldn't pull it. So, you know, yeah, tournament, it is what it is. Would have liked to get a little bit further, but I'll be back.
That's what bites you about the betting round. Sometimes there's questions that you know and categories you don't, and vice versa. That's just how it seemed to go in the betting round. And again, you got opponent's choice. Like, not really much you can do about that. I mean, obviously there are wins in opponent's choice, but you know, it's always going to be an uphill battle when you get that. And David's a great player, and we're happy to see David move on in the tournament, even though Igor obviously we would like to see him move on too. So either way, we're happy.
Yeah. Igor, great job on the match today. You are out of the singles tournament, but last week you played in a teams match. We don't know how that went because we haven't shot it yet, but I think you've been playing really great this season in singles and in teams. So I look forward to when we shoot that. I look forward to looking in the past and seeing how well you played in that match, win or lose. So Igor, great job this season. We'll see you next time with another great match. Thanks for being here. Thanks. David, is it the drugs?
Probably.
Are the drugs the reason you keep winning? No, fantastic job, man. Like really fantastic match. You had a strong round one, and in round two, you seemed nervous about American Spies and capitalized on it. Hit some questions, took your time, didn't rush into multiple choicing. It was a really impressive round and a really impressive round three, especially. So, how are you feeling about the match?
I feel great. Yeah, 6 points in round one. It's kind of what I am doing now in the mindset I am. And yeah, the thing about me not being sure about certain categories is that I studied them back when I was trying to get belts and stuff, but I haven't revisited the movies I don't like because I don't want to. So that's like the thing that I am like right now. So if I get like horror, or I used to know horror, so that knowledge, it will take a little while to escape my brain. And in round one of the tournament, their questions were not deep enough but names, those kind of stuff that I had to go to multiple choice. Those are the kind of things that are going to start giving me trouble. But yeah, I am really happy to being able to go continue in the tournament. I hope I am not sick for the next one. And yeah, I'm happy. I played well, I think. So yeah, it's always great.
Alex, your thoughts on David's performance?
David did really well. I'm past kind of worrying for David. I now worry for the opponents. Igor did a fantastic job as well. I know it's easy to get down, when you've just lost, but I think if you've heard how he just spoke about the loss, he understands the time. It's a game of inches, and he just gave up just one or two to David, and that's
an opponent's choice is always like
it's just luck sometimes. And Igor will be back. We were saying that I had this thought, like, keep Igor as far away from us as humanly possible, because we don't want it. we don't want that matchup anytime in the near future. He's going to be absolutely fine going forward, and David's going to go forward as well into round two of the tournament.
Yeah, David, you're moving on to round number two, so you're going up against someone we haven't seen this matchup yet. We're going to see it next week. So you're going up against either the number 14 seed, which is Kaleb Koho, or the number 3 seed, which is former singles champion and former teams champion, or possible teams champion, I guess. We haven't shot it yet. Tyler Birch is the other person. So you're either going up against Birch or Koho. Your thoughts?
The only one of those I don't have an even record against is Koho. So I would like to get my revenge now that he's back playing. And Tyler is an exhausting opponent to play. Like every single time. It's awful. I love him, but it's awful.
Yeah, that's fair. He's one of the best for sure. So I'm excited either way. Well, we haven't shot it yet, so I don't know who you're playing, but I'm looking forward to it either way, because I think you versus Tyler would be a fantastic match, and if you could beat the shit out of Koho for me, that would also be fantastic. So no, that great job, David. Alex, thanks for being here. We'll see you guys real soon with the next one. All right, that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. Thank you to David and Igor. Thank you to Alex and Boatman. Thank you to Nick for writing the match. I have been Tim. We'll see you next time on another great episode of Fandom Fights. Keep the popcorn popping. We'll see you then. Bye.